Let's be real for a moment. The instant you lock eyes with her and she looks away, something tightens in your chest. Not because you're weak, not because you imagine something, but because, on a deep instinctual level, that small movement touches an ancient nerve. Your mind jumps in immediately. Did I make her uncomfortable? Did I misread the moment? Was that rejection? And right there, in that split second, most men create a story that quietly strips them of their power. Here's what almost no one tells you. When a woman breaks eye contact, it's rarely meaningless, and it's almost never random. To the female brain, eye contact isn't polite social behavior. It's a signal, a challenge, an invitation, a test, sometimes all at once. When you hold someone's gaze, you're not just saying, "I see you." You're saying, "I'm here. I'm grounded. I'm not hiding." And that kind of presence demands a response. Most men assume looking away equals disinterest. It's the easiest explanation because it allows them to retreat without risking their ego. But female psychology doesn't work in straight lines. One of the biggest mistakes men make is assuming women react the same way men do. Y donde. When a woman looks away, it can mean she felt something too quickly. Attraction doesn't always feel safe. Sometimes it feels like exposure, like being seen before she chose to be seen. The female nervous system is extremely sensitive to that moment. If your eye contact carries calm certainty and intention, it can trigger awareness she wasn't ready for yet. So she breaks the gaze. Not to punish you, not to dismiss you, but to regulate herself. Think about it. Eye contact is one of the fastest ways to create emotional intimacy, faster than words, faster than touch. And when intimacy arrives too suddenly, the reflex isn't always to lean in. Sometimes it's to step back just long enough to regain control. There's another layer most men never consider. Women are constantly reading men for emotional safety. Not just physical safety, emotional safety. Your eyes reveal more than your words ever could. They show whether you're desperate or centered, seeking approval or offering presence, trying to take something or simply standing in who you are. If she senses intensity without instability, curiosity without neediness, confidence without pressure, her nervous system responds. And when that happens, she might look away, not because she's bored, but because her body reacted before her mind could catch up. This is where men sabotage themselves. The moment she looks away, they collapse internally. Their posture shifts, their energy drops. They chase reassurance with words, jokes, or forced smiles. And in doing so, they confirm the very doubt she was subconsciously checking for. Because the real test wasn't the eye contact, the test was what you did after she broke it. Strong men don't flinch at micro moments. They don't rush to explain themselves. They don't punish with coldness or beg with attention. They stay steady. They let silence exist. They allow her nervous system to settle on its own, and when she looks back, because many times she will, that second glance matters far more than the first. Most men never notice this, but you will. The first glance is instinct. The second glance is choice. And female psychology lives in that gap. When she looks away, her mind is running a rapid internal scan. What did I just feel? Why did I feel it? Is this safe? Is this familiar? Is this dangerous? Women process emotional data quickly, but they carry more internal filters. Experience taught them to. If she looks back moments later, softer, slower, more curious, that's not accidental. That's her re-engaging once she's regulated herself. And this is where your behavior matters more than anything you say. Women don't respond to words first. They respond to emotional consistency, and eye contact exposes inconsistency instantly. A man who holds eye contact and then panics when she looks away communicates one thing: I need your reaction to feel okay. That creates resistance, not because she's cold, but because her nervous system senses instability. Attraction dies fast when a woman feels responsible for a man's emotional state, but a man who stays calm, who lets her look away without changing, signals emotional self-sufficiency. And that's rare. That's magnetic. There's something deeper happening too. Eye contact activates the limbic system, the emotional brain. When you hold her gaze without aggression, hunger, or fear, you create polarity. You're not asking permission. You're not invading. You're simply present, and that presence forces her to confront her own response. Sometimes she looks away because she feels seen, not her appearance, not her performance, but her. And for women used to attention without presence, that kind of intimacy can feel vulnerable. This is why confident eye contact feels different from staring. Staring is about taking, eye contact is about sharing space. Women feel the difference instantly. Now, let's address the moment men fear most. She looks away and never looks back. Even that doesn't automatically mean rejection. She could be distracted. In her head, choosing not to act on attraction, timing, context, and self-control matter to women more than men realize. High-value men don't personalize everything. They understand women are managing internal worlds they can't see. That understanding creates patience.com and detachment, and paradoxically, detachment is what makes you attractive. When you don't chase eye contact or force engagement, you create space. And space is where curiosity grows. The female mind fills gaps. If you don't collapse into insecurity, she often reopens the moment later. That's why some women circle back minutes, hours, or even days later with interest that seems sudden. It wasn't sudden. It started in that first glance you didn't overreact to. Eye contact isn't about dominance. It's about grounded presence. And when she looks away, she's asking herself a question long before she ever asks you one. The real question is whether you answered it without speaking. Most men were never taught how much power lives in restraint. They were taught to pursue, impress, escalate. No one taught them the quiet language women actually listen to, and eye contact is one of the loudest silent signals you'll ever send. When she looks away, many men think the moment is over. Psychologically, it's often just beginning. Women react not only to what you do, but to what you don't do. The absence of need, the absence of urgency, the absence of self-doubt, these absences create space for attraction to form naturally. Women test men constantly, not consciously, not manipulatively, but through subtle emotional pressure. Eye contact is one of those tests. When she breaks it, she's unconsciously asking, will he stay centered, or will he seek validation? Most men fail right there. A man who passes does something deceptively simple. He stays the same person before, during, and after the moment. His body stays relaxed. His face stays neutral. His attention doesn't chase. He's not cold. He's composed. That composure communicates something powerful. I am safe because I am stable. And safety is the foundation of attraction, especially when desire feels intense. Sometimes she's projecting past experiences. Intense men who couldn't regulate themselves. Strong eye contact can activate caution. She looks away to protect herself, not to reject you. Pressure kills attraction faster than anything. Pressure feels like expectation. Expectation feels like obligation. And obligation suffocates desire. When you allow moments to exist without demanding outcomes, you reverse the dynamic. You become the rare man who isn't trying to extract something. And curiosity activates. Men who don't chase moments feel like men who know their value. And value that isn't advertised feels real. Eye contact should never be a challenge. It's connection without attachment. You're not trying to win. You're allowing her to meet you if she chooses. And if she doesn't, you remain whole. That wholeness is felt instantly. Here's the paradox. Men who fear losing moments lose them most. Men who allow moments to pass are the ones women return to. So, next time she looks away, don't treat it as a verdict. Treat it as information. Stay grounded. Stay present. Let the moment breathe. Because the man who doesn't rush is the man she remembers. Words can lie, eyes rarely do, and women know this. When she looks away, it may be because she sensed something real: confidence without arrogance, interest without hunger, masculinity without threat. Rare combinations create hesitation before desire. Women want to feel chosen, but not chased. Desired, but not cornered. Seen, but not exposed too fast. Eye contact lives in that contradiction. When she breaks it, she's balancing curiosity and self-protection. Attraction grows not when you resolve that tension for her, but when you let her resolve it herself. That's emotional maturity. Attraction grows in the space between moments, not inside them. When you stay grounded after she looks away, her brain doesn't get closure, and unfinished emotional loops get revisited. This isn't manipulation, it's self-respect. So don't ask, "What should I do?" Ask, "Am I still centered?" If you are, you're already doing it right. Women don't fall for techniques. They fall for men whose emotional center doesn't wobble under pressure. When she looks away, she's not grading your performance. She's sensing your depth, and if you stay steady, you pass a test she never told you she was giving. Now, be honest with yourself. When a woman looks away from your eye contact, do you stay grounded, or do you immediately seek validation? If this gave you clarity, like, subscribe, and share it with a man who needs to hear it. Because the man who understands this moves through the world very differently.